Hi, this is Paul Acevedo of Windows Phone Central, here with a video review of Gun Brothers. It's an Xbox Live game from Glu Mobile. It works with Windows Phone 7 or 8. Now, one thing that you can partially tell from this video is that Gun Brothers has an incredibly terrible startup time, literally the worst startup time of any mobile game I've ever seen. Before I even started shooting this video, the game had already been loading for at least a minute. So sometimes I've had to load up in as little as 30 seconds. Other time we're talking about more than 2 minutes of loading. It's truly outrageous, but not in a good way. So this is something that the developers should have ironed out before the game was released, or at least somehow found a way to fix after release. Okay, so after about 3 minutes, the game finally loaded up. Gun Brothers rewards you with items for each consecutive day you play. At first you get money, which is the regular currency. Then eventually you can get Warbucks, which is the game's premium currency. This is a freemium game, so certain items can only be purchased with Warbucks or weapons upgraded, things like that. And the prices for Warbucks are pretty crazy. Like they're about, I don't know, 5 or 10 times higher than what you'd expect. But at least you do get some free just for playing, which you can't say about every freemium game. Now, this game, despite the horrible loading times, this game actually does have some pretty good network features. For instance, every day there are 4 different challenges. These are, semi-randomized. Some of the challenges will require premium items, like this one, which means that virtually no one will ever do them. You might as well not even have them in the game. It's like, do I want to spend $15 to do this challenge and get 1 free Warbuck? No, I don't think so. But others, they challenge you to play a level with a certain weapon or kill a certain number of enemies with a weapon, and that actually makes the game more fun. Not only that, but if you can get people on your Xbox Live friends list to complete the same challenge, you'll get better rewards. The other cool feature, this game doesn't have multiplayer unlike, I believe, the iOS version, but it does allow you to have an AI companion who represents one of your friends. So right now I've got my partner WestX, and I can scroll through and find lots of other people to choose from. Whoever you pick, they'll have the actual equipment that their character really does, and they'll be the same level and stuff like that. So it's sort of like they're really fighting alongside you, except for the AI is pretty horrendous. And it can be hard to get everyone to show up on the list here. But the trick to that is if you don't see any names below and you know that there should be more names, you just keep scrolling. See, like that, it looks like there's nobody else, but actually it's just not loading the list right. But there we go. I got the whole list to show up. Now, as far as I know, the Windows Phone version only has 4 playable planets to visit. There are a lot more planets teased here, but the game has never been updated after more than half a year, so I'm not certain there ever will be any new planets. But we'll just jump into one real quick. Now, 3 of the 4 planets are divided up into revolutions. A revolution is just a set of 50 levels. There are 10 total revolutions. I've almost got all 10 on this one, which is an achievement. But let's hop far into it. Those waves haven't been unlocked yet. Alright, now as you can see, there's my AI companion. He follows me around wherever I go. He does not move on his own. He only follows you, and that's it. Then he'll park himself if you park yourself. And annoyingly, the AI sometimes just won't fire, or other times won't fire unless enemies are right up on him. I don't know why it's like that. But anyway, gameplay-wise, this is a twin-stick overhead shooter, much like Zombies on the Phone. Although this one has quite a lot more depth than Zombies on the Phone, so it holds my interest a lot better. One criticism I have it's a fairly fun game, but the actual virtual sticks are not very good. Like, sometimes they just won't react, or there'll be a lag. Your character may even stop firing for no reason, even though you haven't moved your finger. I think the developers definitely could have done a lot more with that. Also, the sticks are kind of small. If you're playing on a small phone, the sticks are basically a bit too small to be comfortable. So you keep playing until you run out of life. At that point, they try to sell you a weapon upgrade for a crazy amount of Warbucks. I doubt anyone in the history of time has ever taken them up on that upgrade. Now it shows how much Explodium, that's the mineral that I've earned, how much experience. My AI partner, his owner, gets experience for the kills he got during my game, which is really cool. Then how many perfect waves you've got. Now we're going to the refinery screen. Before you get money, it has to be refined. Your mineral has to be refined. So I've just finished this. I can collect this. There are regular refineries and some premium refineries. Okay, so I'm just going to drop this in the 30-minute refinery. It'll be ready then. The others take days, hours, whatever. All right, then it always tries to sell you a weapon afterwards, which gets annoying. But you can just push something to get it off the screen. Gun Brothers is kind of a rough game. It's got the horrible startup time. It crashes fairly regularly. I'd say like once an hour at least. Sometimes it just won't even start up at all, or it'll crash during the loadup process. And the controls could be better. The game is woefully in need of updating. It definitely needs more content to stay fresh, and the shop prices are crazy and not attractive at all. But it's still quite addictive. This is a game that was engineered to be addictive with a lot of different grinding systems in place. Your guns earn experience. You earn all these different kinds of money, and you're working on unlocking levels and stuff. So I do like that. Since it's a free game, you might as well try it and see if it grabs you. But I think impatient gamers aren't going to stick with it very long due to all the rough spots. Thanks for watching. Read the full review at WPCentral.com.